Hello everyone and welcome to the Sleuth Q&A series where I try to answer your questions to the best of my ability, and if I can't answer it I try to point you in the right direction so you can get that question answered for yourselves. Now, today I'm going to answer the question that was asked by one of the visitors to my videos. He asked, what is the difference between an anti-spyware and an antivirus, and can I run a real-time anti-spyware instead of running a real-time scanner and an antivirus? This is actually a really good question. I actually had to look it up, believe it or not. I was pretty much positive that you couldn't replace an antivirus with an anti-spyware, but let me go ahead and show you what I came up with. Now, at Webopedia.com, they do a good job of describing the difference between an antivirus and an anti-spyware. Basically, the difference between a computer virus and spyware is specifically designed to steal information from you, such as surfing behaviors, keystrokes, in other words, things you're typing in while you're typing them, passwords, personal information such as social security numbers, and most spyware actually tracks surfing behavior. It basically trends your behavior and tries to target you with advertising based upon that. Now, some spyware, as they call spyware, is actually legitimate. Amazon.com, for example, puts what's called on your computer a cookie. And these cookies, they store what type of things you search for so that they can better target you with products you might be interested in. Now, essentially, that's the primary difference. It says a computer virus is a program piece of code that is loaded in your computer without your knowledge and runs against your wishes. And it goes into further detail if you really want to read more about it. I'm going to post a link to it on the description. And on the bottom it says, what is spyware and anti-spyware program? Spyware is software that covertly gathers user information through the use of an internet connection. So that being said, when you install an antivirus, it's not really looking for software that's been designed to steal personal information. So when they design the software, they design it specifically to target viruses in one piece of software, and they design the other one to specifically target spyware. So, now, that being said, there are programs out there that do search for both. In fact, they kind of cross over very frequently. In other words, you can get a Trojan horse that also is spyware. You can get a rootkit infection that installs spyware every time you boot up your computer. So, a lot of times, the boundaries between viruses and spyware can be blurred, and that's why it's really best to have a combination of the two. I personally usually always have a real-time scanner for my antivirus, and I use because viruses are a lot more damaging most of the time than spyware. Spyware can typically be removed with just a standard scan. So if I go to my website, www.pcmichiana.com, and I scroll down to the bottom right-hand corner, you'll notice that I put free anti-spyware and free antivirus software. They're separated over here on the right-hand side. The anti-spyware software, Super Anti-Spyware, doesn't have a resident shield. It starts in the background, but it doesn't actually do its real-time scanning because that's the free edition. So these three spywares are actually standalone scanners, and none of them do real-time protection. And the free antivirus software, all of them have a real-time scanner actually. So I would recommend Avast, which actually has better real-time scanning if you're more interested in real-time scanning, or AVG Free, which actually uses a little bit less resources than Avast. They're both very, very close though. And if you're looking into getting a real-time scanner for spyware, they will typically not conflict because anti-spyware often monitors certain portions of your computer and your registry, which is commonly infected with spyware. And whereas a antivirus software is much more thorough, it's going to monitor a bigger chunk of your system. So that's pretty much all there is. And that covers basically the difference between anti-spyware and antiviruses. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my videos, and I hope you're enjoying them so far. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post them, and I'll try to give you an answer to them. And thanks for stopping by.